Hello, good evening. We will start our lesson for today. It's about charts. I will download the same file that we used yesterday, which is the sample file for if function. Okay. The file will look like this, and I have already uh, fixed the dates. Previously, it was looking like this, so it was January and February, March coming, but this accounting period should be April, so I fixed it using the text columns. Okay, so we see here April 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, for the charts, what I recommend is that we do pivot first. So we are already aware about the pivot because actually if we do the chart from here, we go here, insert, recommended charts, all charts, example, you will see that the chart is not uh, understanding what we need from them, what we need in the chart. So it's going to look like this and it's a mess. Okay. So for me, I recommend that we use first pivot table and to tell Excel what do we need. So let me insert a pivot table. I went to insert and just click pivot table without uh, highlighting all my files. I can just click directly to pivot table as long as you click inside anywhere on your cells. Just make sure also that all the headers are filled up properly, okay? Because if you have a space over here, your pivot will be limited only to here. Okay, so make sure all your headers are complete and properly aligned with your data. I will click pivot table now. It defaulted to this table A1 until R286. Okay. Okay. After doing the pivot table, first I will put pivot by date. Since this is related to the chart, so what I will do, I'm thinking about having a chart that is that will show me my daily sales or daily claims. So service date, my payer is only one. So having the payer in the pivot table will not be beneficial. Service date, and then I will put my claims after that. Okay. Next table, next chart that I'm thinking of is by billing group to know which of the billing groups is giving me the highest revenue or highest claims. Okay, so now I have two tables. First is to know how much my daily claims are, and second is to know the highest contributor for my claims. So both of them having same amount. So what I did, the first pivot table, instead of doing another pivot table and going back to here, I just copy the first one and then paste. Okay, from here you can change without affecting this. So for example, I want to know how much my total net VAT and after VAT claims. Okay, so this is a shortcut to do pivot tables, multiple pivot tables within one sheet. Okay. From the pivot table, make sure that your table is correctly sorted. Otherwise, it will also be affecting your chart. So now I will go to insert. Inside this pivot table, insert, and then click on recommended charts. Recommended charts will show me what the system recommends. Okay, and there is also option called all charts. Check. Showing me all charts. So now I want to know how much my daily sales or daily claims. So I can do this chart, right? But for me, I want to see like this so I can compare on the previous days. Also on the line, we have these options here. So based on your requirements, you can pick from here. Okay, for me, I prefer this line with markers. I'll press OK. Okay. This 10,000, actually, we can also add more fields to this so I can see how much really is this amount. So if you click, point your cursor, you will see that it's 10,553.4. This is 11,037 because usually when we present it, you will not see, management will not see your pivot tables. They will only see your charts. So how can we add the numbers here? We can click the chart itself and then add data labels from here. Okay, just click this. Also, if you want to remove this total, we can remove legend. Okay, and then this one, we can change it to be claims after VAT, daily claims after VAT. Okay, so just click this and then you can play with it. You can even remove the grid lines so it will be cleaner. It's up to you. You can add vertically also so that it will be, there will be line on each day. Okay, it removed. Okay, I will unhide my pivot table and I will show you another type of chart from this billing group. I have here billing groups and the claims after that. So I will press insert, recommended charts. For me, I'm thinking of pie chart. Why pie chart? Because pie chart shows me uh, the contribution of each line item here. So I want to see immediately how much, what is the biggest contributor. So you will see here that this blue is the highest one, which is what the doctor fees. So we can use this or also donut. This is called donut chart. So let's try this donut. We can also do 3D pie. It's the same concept. Pi of pi is segregating the highest numbers, okay, and then giving it more details and more highlight. Okay, this one is the same bar of pi. So like for example, this is doctor fees, for example only. And then you break it down. Like this will be physiatry consultation. This is psychiatry consultation. So this bar of pie and pie of pie is breaking down a piece of the pie. For this case, I want to try this donut. Okay. If you click here on the donut, we can make it bigger, actually. Or better, for me, when we are in a rush also, you can go here on the, when you click the chart, and go here to the design, and you can customize it according to the design you like. Okay. If you want this black. So let's just try this black. And we can add also data labels. So it will give me amounts. It's not limited to amounts. Actually, if you click here, go here on the right, sorry, right click, show field list. It will give me the pivot chart, a pivot table field list. And if you right click again, you can click here pivot chart options. Okay, which give us options how to show the formatting. This usually I don't do anything from here, just I'm giving you this option if you want to. Okay, so usually I'm not doing anything from there. In the format here on the style, so it's the same as this one. um, what else? Okay. For pivot charts, this is called pivot charts because we did the chart from the pivot tool, right? But if we want to do a chart not coming from a pivot, you can just copy your pivot, paste it here as values. What I did, right click and then 1, 2, 3, so it will paste as values. Remove the total and make this claims after that. Okay. From here, select them all and then go recommended charts. So this is now appearing the recommended charts because this is just called a chart. The other one that we did, it's called pivot chart because we are doing chart from the pivot. But if it's just a table like this, so recommended charts now appearing, we can also do like this. This is also a good example to see where we are having the highest amount. Okay. Okay. Usually Excel will give us recommendations, but the recommendations are not always going to be correct, so you still have to check them. Sometimes the issue that I usually have is it's coming like this, which I don't understand. Okay, switch row and column is having this as your row and this as your column. So for me, I want to see it like this, that the performance of each billing group. Uh, anyway, this is what I mentioned that the sorting matters because you see here that package deals is higher than nursing procedures, but it's appearing here. So we can sort it by largest to smallest. Okay. So when you sort it, it will automatically appear and affect your chart largest to smallest. So now it looks better for me. We can also do another one with the donut, recommended charts, and we can go here or go to all charts, pie, donut, because I want to show you something good in the donut chart. Be black. Okay. The same as we have here. But here, if you right click and format data series, okay, this will appear here. So you can do the like this. Okay, explosion means you divide them. Also, donut hole size, you can adjust. For example, you want them all together. Okay, but you want the donut to be bigger size. So you can also move based on what visually satisfy you. Okay. And then the same, I can add data labels. On the data labels as well, if you go here, click the data labels, and you can click here on the data labels here. This one means the options for this table, which I can change it to. You can let me click this, which I can change to percentage or add percentage. So right now it's value. It's taking the value whatever is mentioned here. For example, doctor fees. Let me change doctor fees to just 100 real. Okay. So this and this should automatically change. If I press enter, okay, if I press enter, see the doctor fees here become small and the doctor fees here now gone. It's here now. The very small slice here. 100 real doctor fees. Okay. So anything you do in the chart in the table affects your chart. I will press Control Z. So I will go back to the same amount, 14,000. Okay, 14,000. At the same time, this 14,000, we can add percentage. It will look like this, which means 35% of my whole claims is related to doctor fees. If you don't want this, since maybe it's not easily readable or it's giving confusion, we can remove it under the legend. Then I can add table options here. We will try what will be series name if we add series name. It's claims after VAT coming. But if I add category name, then I will see what category this pertains to. Okay. And you can also uh, put them outside of the donut. Okay. We will go here. Label options. This one's fine. Number. Okay. This is the alignment. So, for example, I want my direction to be rotated like this. Usually this is used for here. So for example, I will use it here. Okay, I can do like this. Okay. For donut, of course, we only want it to be horizontal. Left margin. So usually for me, I just also try from my side, like a trial and error. Since I'm also learning, can also do like this. Okay. And you can put them outside of your pie chart also. Okay, let me fix. So we can make this bigger and then move them outside so it can be readable. Okay. Okay. Or again, as I mentioned, there are other options here you can select from. Okay. Here also, fix this one first. Horizontal, and then let's see the chart designs available for us. So based on your liking, like this one, for example, you want to know the amounts only without the legends. Okay. You can even change the colors from here. Example, you want all to be orange or so it's up to you. Okay. For why I put also the totals here, because usually, for example, if you want to present this, okay, we will put what I will do, I will cut this, put it in another sheet, paste here. Okay. So I want to move them. Position, label position. I want it below or above or right. So these things you can uh, decide on it. It's okay to be above, but just I want it further because I don't want the line to, okay, to cover my amounts. So from here, then I will cut also this and paste it here. Okay. And then on the top, let us try this. This is the first time also I will try. Let's insert a shape, which we will call, which we will link. Let's try to link. It's not linking. Better text box. Because I wanted us to have like I'll show your claims before that. Okay. Yeah, we put them down and claims after and claims after that. Okay. So here I can copy this. Sorry. Okay. So also I want to try if we can link. I will get back to you on that. I think it's possible so that any refresh that we do here should automatically update my file as well. Okay. Does anyone have any questions or it's fine until now? Yes, I also wanted to show you that, for example, I moved the April 5 up because right now here in our sheet, April 5 is on the last, right? 16,590. If I put this in the middle, see what it did to my chart. I sort it from oldest to newest or sort it from newest to oldest. So anything we do on the table affects the charts. Okay. Okay. That's it for today. Unless you have other questions, I'm sorry because I have to do one report for tomorrow's presentation and I still haven't finished. So forgive me if today's session is only 30 minutes. On Sunday, we will continue this one with slicers. So charts and slicers. Slicers are the one I showed you that pivot table. It's like filtering only. So for example, I will show you one how it will affect. For example, I want bill group. Okay. Say I only want doctor fees. You will see here that this chart also moves along with each change of the slicer. So this is what slicer does. It's like filtering for us immediately. Where can you find it? In the pivot table. Go here on the pivot table, analyze, insert slicer. Okay. Tomorrow, sorry, on Sunday, we will dig deeper on that and how we are using it on our work and in auditing and creating reports. Okay. Shall on Sunday. Thank you all. Have a good night.